The real reason behind the cooked BBC report on TB Joshua. This really shocked you. I don't know if many of you are still asking yourselves this question I've been asking myself. Why now? TB Joshua is dead and buried for about 2 years now. And today, some persons are coming up to say this and that and all that. You are trying to tarnish someone's image at his back. I love people who come to your front and speak to you. That makes you a hero. That makes you a genuine person. But you cannot go to my back and start talking. That means you are not sure of what you are saying. And at the same time, you are a betrayer. If you know what you are doing, if you are sure of what you are saying, you come to the persons, face to face, you talk. See, this is what you do. I challenge you. Then allow the person to speak, whether he want to defend himself or whatever. But don't tell me that after 2 years, you are bringing whatever, and, just trying to tarnish a dead man's name. This is not me supporting him, but I want to state some facts as I have been following this story since he passed. So if you are conversant with Synagogue, Church of All Nations, you will know TB Joshua has wise men and disciples. 85% of these wise men and disciples are foreigners. Before the prophet passed, these men and disciples were very powerful. Most Saturdays, they handle deliverance, prayers, and ministrations and all that. Also, bear in mind that TB Joshua had a wife, Evelyn Joshua. She is also a prophetess. She was a prophetess before the TB Joshua married her. While her hubby was still alive, she comes out once in a while to preach and join in ministering to the church members. At some point, she had a baby or something, and now face home, and she rarely preached or do the Sunday deliverance. TB Joshua had an overwhelming members and could not handle the prayer line alone. So he ordained these wise men and disciples. Many of these wise men started acting like him. Some became very powerful. Some left to start their respective ministry. I don't know if you've seen that or you've heard that. People like wise man Daniel and wise man John Chi, they left while TB Joshua was still alive. But he still had a lot of wise men and disciples. Many of them are not Nigerians. Now, this is where the story gets interesting. Allegedly with TB Joshua died, these men and disciples took charge of the church. They said that the prophet intended they take over. That TB Joshua told them that they will take over from him. These guys regulated Evelyn, TB Joshua's wife, to the background. They don't forget she is a prophetess. This rancor went full blown. These disciples and wise men fought Evelyn so much they did not want her to even appear in the church. They oppressed her so much that one day Evelyn woke up. I don't know who helped her, but it was alleged that she used the immigration and deported all these foreigners who wanted to take over the church from her. That way, the way they deported all of them, it was so funny. She dealt with the foreigners and some of the Nigerians that joined the foreign wise men and disciples. She is currently the lead pastor of Synagogue. She has fully taken over the church. Guess what? The church is booming. Evelyn has a special gift of healing. Our church services are packed out just like when her hubby was still alive. After reading this story, you should know why that stupid story of TB Joshua is surfacing now. Evelyn is the target. How dare she try to fight to take over the church from foreigners? It is giving the whole vibes, giving the whole vibes of, if we cannot have the church, let's cripple it. TB Joshua is dead. So what is the essence of the story? To arrest a dead man, or for what? So before you join to start talking, give this analysis a deep thought. The question is, what do they think they are going to benefit from this? If not, their target is the wife and the church. Since we cannot get the church, let's destroy everything. Like as I said, that people are very funny. TB Joshua is dead and he has been buried 2 years ago. So what is the essence? Could it be that someone has paid these people heavily to speak ill of the man of God? Men looking at the faces of some of the speakers, there were no signs of being hurt or heartbroken. So what are we talking about? Well, I will end this by saying that it's only God will judge. Whatever that is going on right now, it's only God that knows. And God will surely prevail. If TB Joshua is guilty of all these things, last, the truth must surely come to light. You know why? Truth can never hide. Lie can never power the truth. No matter how you try to be smart, one day, the truth will be out. So guys, let's watch how this unfolds. But I want to tell you again, before anybody will join and start talking, just think, what is the essence of these testimonies now? Are they saying all these things so that TB Joshua will now be arrested? Who will now arrest? A dead man. So guys, let's hear from you. What's your thoughts on this? Please do well by dropping your comment.